what they have. Red, white, and blue. All the colors over here. All the water bottles. Gail and Roberto pick stuff out. All sorts of pretty glass out in the garden. Oh, look what they did. They put them all on the fence posts. Sunlight is beautiful through this glass. This is their new special edition colorway. It's gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to walk around to all the display tables and kind of give you an overview of what is at the FAGCA. These are all members that have brought glass to educate, to show off, to, you know, a little bit of their own collection brought here to the convention. So this one is Roaring Optics. The spiral optic, which the going horizontally, is a mold that they just told us about that they no longer own. It was probably something that was scrapped during World War II. And then there is the block optic on the hats back behind it. It kind of breaks it up into like a rectangular shape. This table has all alley cats from the QVC era, all different colors and finishes. Here we have lots of different cactus wear, lots of colors. Let's see, Blast from the Past. I mean, that's the whole theme this year, is the Blast from the Past. So a lot of the tables have a lot of older stuff as well. And then the reoccurring thing that you'll see is what was made in the past and then recreated later on in the era, since they made glass for well over 100 years. These are all different pieces that were on club tables in past years. So they had members bring things that were on previous year's tables and some of the prizes that were awarded to those tables as well. And again, this is kind of the same, and all the pictures from some of the past tables. Okay, this table is from the daughters of some members, granddaughters actually, I believe, of some members. So some of their memories with their family and pieces that they had. This is barware and shakers, decanters, and such. I believe this was set up at, wasn't it? I think I've seen it before, so it was either Gala or NFT. A couple individual tables, look like they were done by the same person. A lot of painted pieces, including some Louise Piper pieces. I'll try and get a little closer. Here's the other table. It's a fun display with all the doilies and different pieces over the years. We have some Fetty and Workman pieces, the pulled feather, the pulled heart. This one's super cute with the fairy lights, the tulle skirt. I believe this is one of the first timers tables. It's a coordinating pieces in 2 and 3 different colors. Very pretty. We have the nativity sets. They have 3 different base colors and then different painted ones as well. Those stars in the back, those are highly sought after and command quite a price on their own. We have offhand pieces, which are individually worked and made in terms of moving and manipulating the glass colors to get that crayon and or the hanging heart. We have another Dave Fetty table, penguins, animals, some more pulled feather and heart. Look at the fun fruit bowl in the middle, individual fruit pieces. some older press patterns, the water lily and cattail pattern. So all the different colors and shapes that they have made in that pattern. The same with this one, where they have used the same mold, just different colors, combinations with finishes as well. This theme is the mulberry color. A little bit of different variations of how the glass is blown out. Goes from that purple to that dark ruby color. It's beautiful. It's amazing how many different ways it really comes out. Sometimes it comes out almost purple, and other times it comes out very definitely with the blue to the ruby at the top. We have the Mongolian green with a lot of different candlestick color combinations, which are amazing because I do not see these candlesticks out in Colorado. They are gorgeous colorway with the yellows, with the let's see, can I zoom in? Nope, wrong way. We're zooming in. So you see the second half, the bottom half of the candlesticks are a separate color. So the black and cobalt at the bottom, or the white, like they're with the jadeite. And then they put the second color towards the top. They are gorgeous. Definitely pick those up if I see any. We have a couple different Louise Piper tables. This is one with a lot of, birds. All the birds. Well, I mean, there's a second table, but it's all one bird. But this one is all different kinds of birds. And Louise Piper is definitely one of the highest sought after artists, because she did a lot of the samples. She designed the patterns for the designers to do the mass production online. So she'd get it all set, and sometimes they would be used, sometimes they wouldn't. So there's a lot of one-of-a-kind pieces that Louise Piper painted. I like this one as well because it has a whole bunch of giraffes on it. We have giraffes and elephants, a little Fenton safari. There's painted pieces, pressed pieces, carved pieces, actual elephants and lions and giraffes on the table, along with pieces that were painted with those critters. So cute. This is in memory of Rice, is her nickname. Daughters of the FAGCA founder. The whole table is the butterflies and floral pattern, and it has been coordinated just amazingly with the blues and the turquoises, the yellows, all the different pieces that this pattern was painted on, and then coordinating it with the yellow and blue opalescent pieces that pull out that colorway as well. It's a fantastic display. That might be one of my favorites, with all the coordinating, just very pleasing to the eye. Here's the other Louise Piper display table. These pieces are all cardinals. So someone has a lot of money sitting in this collection, since they are all Louise. Well, I can't say they're all Louise Piper because I can't, pick them up and touch them. But that's my guess. The majority of these should be Louise Piper pieces. And I have not seen very many that have like the wings, like it's going to take flight. Very pleasing display as well. And being right next to each other, they just make great displays. This one is all about the crests. Now, we have multiple crests applied. So usually we just see one color on a crest. These have at least two and sometimes three. And I believe this one here in the front has 3 applied. So like when they do where it goes, so it goes white, red, and then to the white piece. I don't know if they have a specific term for it. I know if it's white, clear, white, that's crystal crest. I do not know if they have a specific term for these as well, but so it has the multiple crests, for the white to the purple to the white to the clear to the white. That has the custard to the cobalt, the white, the aqua, back to the white, all three of those pieces in the back. This basket has the blue to the emerald and back to the blue with the opalescence. This blue basket is painted to look like it has multiple color crests. The vase back here is like a yellow to the white, and then it goes into a clear vase. Again, the white to the crystal, back to the peach blow, and then the white to the clear to the ivory. Ivory, that's what that color is called right there, ivory. So usually when it's just gorgeous. They didn't apply that many because it was just so time consuming. I think probably a lot of these are well, not samples, but experimenting with colorways and trying to see how many crests they can apply and so on and so forth. And not very many of these multiple color crest pieces exist and or are available for purchase. This is Rebecca Wurstel. This is her table. She's a painter, so she's got a little whole Barbie princess theme here going on, and pieces that she has painted. This one's cute. Looks like a chocolate bunny on a nest. She's also done a sketch of Dave Fetty with his vase. Okay, eperns. Here they are, all the sizes, all different colors, all different finishes, some with crests, some without. We have transparent, we have opaque, we have opalescent, we have the Burmese. So this little one here in the front, these are apartment size with the 3 horns. And then you get the next size up, which is through the middle. They have the mini size right there. And then we have the big granddaddies in the back. And a couple of those have the splash base. Here we go. Let's see if we can get close in there. And then there's also that middle piece where all those horns set into to be displayed. It's a great table to have all the different apern styles all represented. This table they went with the color theme. They have different stripes of color and then pieces of glass that represent that throughout a few different shades of each. See, we have the topaz opalescent, we have chocolate in the back, all the colorways. This table represents a lot of the blue colors that Fenton made. When they were discussing the tables just a little bit ago, they said that at the time of closing, at least 3 years before closing, that there were 97 different blue glass color formulas on the books at Fenton. And these are just a small sampling of those colors. These are all common with painted with pansies. Different colorways. This first half here is like a whole collection of all the different pieces in the same line, and then other pieces are just different shapes and different colors that are also painted with pansies. And then the last one we have over here is a table with some of the from the design department, where they had their samples of their colors and how they would look after being fired, so they could know what they wanted to mix and match for different designs. And here's another one. Kind of, some of them look like lipstick samples. It's pretty cool. So they're all fired that, just basically color wheel, so they could know what they wanted to use on their patterns.
Alrighty, then we have this picture, sold at Ramby's. Nobody really wanted it that day because it has this little gap in the crest, between the crest and the picture. Well, that doesn't deter me. That's just handmade glass, doesn't affect the quality of the glass. It's actually a squat back little picture. It's about 5 inches high and 4 1/4 inches wide across the top. And it has a little glow under black light. I found out that they use manganese to make the glass clear, and manganese will glow a light yellow under black light. Isn't he cute? Have you ever seen a little cameo opal pig? I haven't either. He's in my collection. Now, here I'll just point out, it has that 111 on it. People, I won't get into too much discussion, but they're like, if it has a 1, it's a first quality. Well, I've seen an awful lot of samples with number 1 on them. Vice versa, number 17, people say, oh, that's a sample. Well, depending on how you look at a sample, they made 50 of something and they all have number 17 on them. It's not a sample. They made a short production run of them. So they're not really samples. And once we started going to the special glass room, in 2005 was our first time, those little pieces, like that year they had the topaz and the cobalt injected topaz animals, and they all had number 17, and I think they made about 50 of each of those. So they aren't really samples. They made them as a short production. Maybe it didn't turn out well and they decided to sell them in the special glass room. I'm not sure, but 17 does not always stand for samples.
Some alley cats on the production line.
Oh, look. I put you in for the drawing.
6 now, 6 quarter now, half 6 now, 75. 675 now, 7 now, 750 now, 8. 8 now, 850 now, 9. 8 9 now, 950. 9 make it 9, make it 10, make it 950. Anybody else? 950. 9 make it 9, make it 10, make it 950. Anybody else running there? 950. 950, 950, 950.
So today we are at Dexter's City Auctions. They have approximately 1,500 lots, groups, items of glass going up today. It starts noon. Look at that rainbow of Gone with the Wind poppy lamps. It's just amazing, the colors available. I'm gonna kind of go a little out of order because there's people looking at cases and I don't want to get in the way of that. So here are some of the items. They have amazing showcases that are lit so well. Each one of them locks so they can put stuff back in and it's secure until you need to pick up your items. It just really shows off the glass very well. This is an old elementary school, at least it's a school of some sort. This is like the gym or the cafeteria that they have changed into their auction area, and they just do a really good job. And this auction goes super fast. It's one of the fastest auction houses that I have ever been to. They do upwards of, well, they got to be fast today because they got 1,500 lots to go through, and they're certainly not going to take 15 hours to do it. Oh, there's one that didn't make it, but here it is. This is what happens to some of those glass when you mix different colors with different coefficients. They are just very fragile. Let's see. Try and talk over the music so we don't get any monetization. Big showcases. It is open glass on both sides so you can see things like on the other side of the walkway and see all the sides of the glass. And there is the last shelf down here. Some pretty neat stuff. If you have want to see something special, they'll take it out of the case for you and take a look at it, so you know what you're buying.
Never seen the tulip one. Oh God, that's
beautiful stuff. And here's this one. I have some of those glasses in my booth in Colorado Springs. Other side. They're all built in. These ones, yeah, they have the lights. One time when we were here, they didn't have electricity at the beginning of the auction, so none of the cases were lit up, and all they could run was their computer system, and we had flashlights on the glass, and they had the city come out and make sure they got everything hooked back up, and within an hour or so we had power again, but they had temporary generators so that they could run their computers and carry on with the auction. So it's never a dull moment, and they are well prepared around here. They have amazing Fenton collections that come through this auction house. They put this one together specifically for the week of conventions so that people that are coming to both the FAGCA and the NFGS conventions can attend this auction. So you have lots of activities here that are local and lots of opportunities to buy beautiful glass. Now these last about 7 cases are slated for their next round. So none of this is going up today, but I gotta show you it regardless because it has some beautiful stuff in it. All the Fenton. And then it goes all the way down to the end. So I wish we lived closer. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get some of this home next time. That stuff is amazing. Look at those lamps, it's huge. This is so much bigger than the regular Gone with the Wind globe. That's amazing. If you like orange, there's Fenton up here, there's Viking, there's Moon and Stars. Probably a couple other companies that I don't even know about mixed in. Probably maybe some Kanawha, Ellie Smith. That's Heirloom by Fostoria. Gorgeous pieces. Obviously someone's orange collection of all the variations of all the different companies. There's a satin piece up there that's great. And a little more bittersweet down here, mixed with the last of some Fenton. And some few random pieces in the last showcase. It's amazing. That's coming up in the later auctions is this amazing collection of furniture and cases. I'm gonna take you down through the hallway as well because it's just got some spectacular pieces of furniture for display. Of some local food for everybody here, and these are the other cases that are coming up. We also just found out that the FAGCA has gotten a new building that they are going to be prepping for a museum. Their offer has been accepted. They're just waiting on all the closing, and they're kind of scoping out what is available of these cases for being able to display glass coming up. So some of these are just magnificent with the curved glass, and this, I mean, just beautiful, beautiful pieces. So many of these curved glass sides break when they've crossed the country. They just have taken such good care of them. There's one down here that is super amazing that I really love. This one here has gold gilded quilted backdrop and these curved shelves. The front is curved. You see that? It starts here, comes out, curves back in. The sides are curved like that. And then each of the shelves has been, I think they made replacement shelves, but they are all curved to match the front glass. Just a beautiful piece. And the trim on it is gorgeous. Whoever gets some of these cases are just going to be super lucky to be able to display their collections. So we're hoping to have a great day here at the auction.
You had me till you said the last one.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Pretty good too as far as the Fenton shape, doesn't it?
Exaggerated print.
Sir?
Exaggerated print.
Yes. And the neck. See, it's got a, I won't say a textured neck, but I mean, well, it is. I mean, it's textured neck. Fenton's would be smooth. I can't think of an example where it would not be smooth. It has, now y'all look at it well, I don't know if I can get the light just right. Look how much, first off, look at that bottom. Is that not, I mean, it's got a huge, huge foot, almost to the point where it rocks. But it also has a pummel mark. And the other thing is, if you, when you come up here and touch it, it has a textured, is this called the Marie?
Yes.
Yes. It's got where they grab onto it. And there, it's got lines where they use the tool to grab onto it. But I mean, yes, the exaggerated crimp as well, but I mean, otherwise, that's nearly a 7-inch Fenton vase with those 3 exceptions. Another good looking vase. But let's check the boxes. Is it a Fenton shape? No, it's not. It's got that little shoulder that we talked about up the aisle here. It's got that little shoulder. It's big. Would I have loved Fenton to have made this vase? Yes, because I'm a big vase lover. Love big vases. Again, we got the pummel mark. What can y'all see about the spiral of it? It is super uneven. Some are really skinny and then it'll get fat again, then it'll get back skinny again. Also, we've been talking about crimps. Is that a Fenton crimp? Nope, not anywhere close. But boy, oh wow, yes, yes. This is what I would call an intruder vase. Put this one by your bed, and if you have an intruder, chuck it at their head. If you don't miss, you're going to kill them. So that's a good one for that. All right, now, I'm going to tell one more on us. So, y'all saw I was in charge of the shoe store and the glass room. This one was in the shoe store, and I got to looking at it, and I thought, now wait a minute, that don't look right. Oh, right, I forgot this part. So, when you're looking at the cat head shoes, a lot of these are really bubbly and textured if it's an imposter. The other thing that I just noticed, there's no eyes on this cat. If you come up and look, there are no eyes on this cat. The details are not nowhere close. Fentons are way more detailed. The other thing, and this is not, I can't swear that this is a good telltale sign. Do you see how slumped in it is right there at the very base of the shoe right here? It just goes, meow. Fentons don't do that. Theirs is a very gradual slope, but it's almost like they pinched it. And that's not Fenton quality at all. And this isn't a Fenton color. And I've not checked the pattern to see if the pattern is close, but the cat is, with no eyeballs, is for sure the telltale on the shoe here.
So they do table displays from the collectors here at the NFGS convention as well. Some of them are duplicates of displays. Not duplicates, they're different people are seeing them, so, but I have seen them before over at the FAGC earlier, so I was just going to show you the new tables. These are all birds and such that are painted on there. Beautiful. Well, her paper that described the table has tipped over. It looks like there is some description about the different paintings on there. These are all the donkeys they usually come with the carts, like in the back. Here's another one of all Frances Burton's, who is a painter, her designs. Okay, this is Chris Carpenter's sand carved table. Beautiful combinations of layered glass that are carved out. We have Steven's table. His table is all decorated by independent artists, none of which were associated with the company Fenton. Lots of different creative designs. This one is a day at the beach. Clever display with all the seashells, fish, beach motif. Super cute. There's a turtle back there. And then these last couple ones, I believe all were at the FAGCA convention as well. This is the lineup for the consignment auction at the NFGS this year. They have all the pieces out, numbered, cataloged, and a list so you can check out anything you want before the auction starts and know what you are looking for and know what you are bidding on. It's a great assortment this year.
50, 2150, 2200, and 22, 22, 22 and a half, and 2300, 2300, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, and 2400, 24 and a half, 24 and a half, 24 and a half, 25, and 2500, 25 and a half, 25 and a half, and 25 and a half, 2600, and 2600 now 6, and 25, where are you going to find another one? And 25 and a half, 26, and 25, 26, 26, 26 and a half, 26 and a half, and 26 and a half, 2700, and 27, 27, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, and 27, 27 and a half, 28, 2800, 28 now 8, 27 and a half, 28. Where are you going to find another one? 27, 28, 27, 28, 27, 28, 28, yes, 28, 28 and a half, 28 and a half, 28 and a half, 28 and a half, 28, yes, 28 and a half, 2900, 29, 29, 3000, 3000, 3100, 3100, 31, 3000, 31, 3000, 31, 3000, 31, 3000, 3100, 31, 3000, 3100, 3100. Are you sure? 3031, 31, 32, 32, 32, 31, 32, 31, 32, 31, 32, 32, 33, and 33, 32, 33, 32. My ex-wife told me no 2 times. 31, 32, 33, and 32, 33, 3300, 33, 3200, 33, 33, 33, 3400, now 34, and 34, and 34. I get 33, 34, I get 33, 34, I get 334, 3400, 34, 33, 34, 35, and 3500, 35. I got 34, 3500, 34, 5, 3500, 35, 35. Thank you very much, John. 34, 35, sold it $3,400. Number 107. Thank you very much. I asked for 3,000 to start with. They could have just started right there, couldn't they?
Well, you can shut up for 500 before that. Just keep begging somebody to bid.
Water-based paint, that it's patented through Farrah. Nobody can get this paint but us. I mean, you can get other types of paint, like at the craft stores and stuff, but it's not, I don't know. When we first started doing this, we really didn't like it because we were so used to the.
She didn't like
Shut
it.
up. Judah, if you're gonna do that flat, when you got used to it, the color's so much brighter and prettier. Because when you fired the lead paint, sometimes it would be more muted than what you put it on, but.
All right, I'm going to go into Stephen's table a little bit more here. We have independent artists represented on his table. These are artists who have purchased a canvas to put their craft on. Their craft is their painting, and their canvas happens to be glass. So, and actually also some sandblasting as well. They're represented in the back 3. Now, glass companies have done this for years, for hundreds of years. People produce glass, other companies buy it and paint on it, such as the Charlton Decorating Company. Charlton painted on Cambridge, they painted on Fenton, they painted on Consolidated, just for a few that I know of. So this is pieces designed by Ann Fenton at Fenton's Collectibles. She is also a glass dealer and does a lot of sales. She promotes our sale that we go to during in the spring in Springfield, Missouri. I'm just going to leave this here so you can kind of read what's on that instead of me reading it to you. This piece is Lisa Van Ness. And it's a cute little Pooh Bear on the ghost. These are pieces that have been done by Vicki Curran. She is an amazing painter, and she also will add jewels, pearls, and things like that after her glass has been cured from the painting process. This is Patsy Brooks. I'm not familiar with Patsy Brooks. I've not seen her name before, so I can't tell you much about it other than what Steven's got written here. She's got a few little critters on that. And then these three are April's pieces. She's a newer artist and she's been doing sand carving. You can really see the detail that shows up on a piece that has that iridized finish. It's a little bit harder to, oh, you can see it great in the camera. You can see the shiny surface of the glass that's left behind from the masking of the sand carving. This is Chris Carpenter's table. She is also an independent artist. She did work for Fenton, but these are her independent pieces. She does this fantastic work on layered glass. There's a, just as a, similar to cased, well it is cased. She takes back multiple layers of sand carving as she goes. The majority of these here that I'm seeing are just 2 colors. I have heard that the most layers that she ever carved through was, I believe, 5 or 7. But it leaves an amazing relief for the designs that she puts on these pieces. So we came to the cullet yard again this year. Big piles getting a little smaller. Tons of fun stuff to look at in there. And they're down here looking in these bins. It's so pretty. I mean, even though it's broken and waste glass, it is gorgeous. It's just fun. So we're picking out some pieces to bring home and see what we can do with them. Gail's trying to fill up her little garden, so she's been pulling a lot of pieces for that. Let's see what they're finding down here. Well, these 2 are empty now. Here they are, digging in the periwinkle.